Hello, welcome to this video. In this video, I am going to show how to select a workbook by using FileDialogFilePicker, which is a member of FileDialog object. Here I already created a folder on my desktop. This folder consists of 4 files. First 3 files represents 2 Excel workbooks. Fourth one is Word document. So by using FilePicker option, I am going to open the Excel workbooks which exists in this folder. Click on Developer tab. Click on Visual Basic. Insert a module. In this module, I defined a subprocedure which is named as Select Workbook using FilePicker of FileDialog. This is the subprocedure name. As part of this process, first I declared a variable which is named as fd. Dim fd as FileDialog. Object data type is FileDialog. This FileDialog object consists of 4 members. First one is MSO FileDialogFilePicker, and second one is MSO FileDialog Folder Picker. Third one is MSO FileDialog Open. Fourth one is MSO FileDialog Save As. As I am going to select the file, here I am using MSO FileDialogFilePicker. Next I am using with block. With is a keyword. This is the end of the with block. Here I mentioned with fd. fd denotes FileDialog object variable. In that with block, here I am using title property of FileDialog object. Dot title is equal to. Here I provided the title. Select the workbook. Thereafter, I mentioned allow multi-select property of FileDialog object. Dot allow multi-select is equal to false. This property consists of 2 options, false and true. If the user mentioned false, application considers only single selection. Next I am filtering the files. For that I am using filters property of FileDialog object. Filters.add. This add method consists of 3 arguments. First one is description, and second one is extension. Third one is position. Here I am mentioning position as 1. Description I provided as Excel. Coming to extension, I considered only .xlsx files only. Star denotes any characters of the workbook. Star.xlsx. To display the file dialog box, I am using show method. If .show equivalent to -1, -1 denotes not cancelled the selection, or we can say user selected the workbook. If .show equivalent to -1, then here I am displaying the path on message box. For this purpose, I am using .selected items of 1. Next I am opening the selected workbook. Hence I am using open method of workbooks object. Workbooks.open. Here I mentioned the workbook path. If the user click on cancel button, then application returns this message on message box, which consists of not selected the file. Now press F5 to start the debugging. Press a breakpoint here. Declare the variable of FileDialog object. Provided the title. restricted the selection to the single, filtering the files in a folder, displaying file dialog. Here we can find application displaying only 2 files out of 4. Let us cross check with this folder. This folder consists of 4 files. First one is macro enabled workbook and fourth one is Word document. Application eliminated these 2 files. In that file dialog, it is showing only 2 files. As we disabled multiple selection, it is allowing to select only single file. Here I am selecting first. Here we can find the title of file dialog object, and here we can find filter description. Click on OK. Now application going to display selected file path. Click on OK. Thereafter I am going to open the selected file by using selected items property of file dialog object. For that purpose I am using open method of workbooks object. Here we can find selected file opened by the application. This is the end of with block. Thereafter end the sub procedure. Now let us see how to open the multiple workbooks by using this file dialog. Here I copied the same sub procedure at the bottom. Here I mentioned allow multi select equivalent to true. Previously it is false. Right now I change it to true. Thereafter here I am using for loop. Here I defined a variable which is named as WKB and object data type is variant. For each workbook in fd.selected items, selected items denotes multiple selection of workbooks. In that for loop I am using open method of workbooks object, workbooks.open. Here I am using loop variant to define the workbook path. Press F5 to complete the process. Now I selected 2 workbooks. Click on OK. Now application open. Selected workbooks. In this way we can open the single or multiple workbooks based on the requirement of the user by using file dialog property of application object. Hope this video is useful to everyone. Thanks for watching.